What's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name is Calvin. It's good to have you here today. So excited because I'm going to talk about Lightroom presets. What are they? How to use them? How do you install them properly? And how to even create your own, which is the best part. Lightroom presets are so awesome. They literally save so much time. They improve your workflow. They just speed up the process in editing your photos. The first thing I want to do is kind of explain what Lightroom presets are because they are super helpful. What you can do is save settings from your photos that you've edited, from the highlights, shadows, tone curves, the colors, or the hues of the colors, the luminance values. You can save all of that as a preset so that when you have future photos, you can just paste that preset onto that photo and boom, just like that, your photo is looking awesome. You can turn your photo from something like this to something like this with just a click of a button. So the first thing I'm gonna do is kind of show you how to install Lightroom presets. There are tons of artists out there who are selling their own. I actually just came out with a Lightroom preset pack. I'll put the link in the description if that's something you're interested in, but I'm gonna use that as an example to install into my Lightroom. So the first thing you want to do is go to Preferences up here in your Lightroom tab and locate Presets right here, and then click Show Lightroom Presets folder. So this is your Lightroom Presets folder. You want to double click that and then locate your Develop Presets folder. This is where you're going to paste your presets. So my preset folder is located on my desktop, and here it is. So what I'm going to do is just copy this, boom, paste it. What is this doing? Paste it in here, and boom, just like that, it is in my preset folder. So this is where it's going to pop up in this preset section. As you can see, it's not there because you have to exit it and restart Lightroom. So I'm gonna reopen Adobe Lightroom. So I hope this works, or I'm gonna look like a dummy, but there it is. Yes. So as you can see, all my presets have made it into Lightroom. So that's simple. So if you bought some presets or you have some and you just want to put them in your Lightroom, that's how you do it. Super simple. Took like 30 seconds. I don't know. It was really easy. Okay, so now that I explained how to install Lightroom presets, now I want to go over how to actually use them. Because how many of you have bought Lightroom presets and put it on your photo and it just looks like crap? It just looks awful. Last year I bought like 2 preset packs from a couple different artists, and because like their photos are awesome, and this was kind of before I developed my own style. Put it on my photos and it looked awful. I was like, what am I doing wrong? I actually deleted the presets right after, and it was just really disappointed. I want to explain how to actually use Lightroom presets, because if you bought some or you have some, there are 2 settings that you just need to focus on every time you add a preset to a photo. So, for example, look at these monkeys. Cute freaking monkeys. This is actually a picture that one of my buddies got when we were in Bali exploring the monkey forest in Ubud. Let's say I want to add one of my presets to this photo. Let's add the first one, preset 1. Oh, look at that. Okay, it looks like crap. Well, the reason why is because the 2 settings that you need to focus on every time you add a preset is your white balance and your exposure. Those will always be different. Maybe you're shooting in the middle of the day, that's 5600 Kelvin, or maybe you're shooting inside with tungsten lighting, which is 3200 Kelvin. Your white balance will change, and so your real exposure. So what you want to focus on is this tab up here, this basic tab. And you want to go over here to the exposure section and just kind of lift up the exposure. And automatically it's looking a lot better. What I'd probably do is increase the temperature on this as well, and maybe just the saturation a little bit. And I'm liking that photo just as is. That's just one of my presets. I have a bunch of different other looks, like this for example, or let's see, there's that one's more of a darker. This is more of a greener look. If I increase the saturation a little bit and maybe increase exposure on this, so I mean that's looking pretty good. I'm really liking that one. Let's go on to another photo. Alright, let me reset this. So this is a photo that was taken when I was in the Bahamas a couple months ago. Super cool place. But let's say, you know, I want to add a preset to it. Let's add the preset. No, I'm actually liking that, like right off the bat. That's looking really good. So again, remember the two things that you want to focus on: the exposure setting and your white balance. I think it looks good right there. I may increase the white balance, make it a little warmer, because again, it was in the Bahamas. And I like that a lot. Let's see the before, after. Yeah, I'm digging that. I'm digging that. So let's move on. Okay, so let me reset that. This was when I was in Bali. These are the rice terraces. Tenggelam. I don't know how to pronounce it. Tenggelam. I'll put the words here so you can see. Rice terraces in Ubud. Really cool place. But let me show you how I'm going to edit this. So let me pick a preset. One of my presets. Oh, I'm kind of digging that. I'm actually kind of digging this preset right here. What is this? This is preset number 5. I think it's a little warm though. So what I'm going to do is kind of bring down the temperature, which also makes it a little greener. So I'm liking that. I'm liking that as, like, right there. But I want to give you guys a quick tip, a pro tip. It's not really a pro tip, but thing that I like to do to my photos to kind of give it an extra spice, an extra awesomeness. And it's something that I really think you should start doing in your photos. Not every single photo. Again, you have to be very selective on which photo you want to use it for, but add a fake sun flare. It's really cool. It adds a little bit more 3D effect, dynamic to it, I guess you could say. Let me show you how to do that. So these tools right here are pretty awesome. I never knew like how to use those for half the time I had Lightroom, but recently I kind of discovered this mask right here, the circular mask. And so to replicate kind of like a sun flare, you kind of want it like in circular oval shape. Let me kind of zoom out a little bit so you can see it. So, but right now it's affecting everything outside of the mask. So you want to go down here and click invert so it affects only inside the mask. The next thing that you want to do is kind of increase the temperature, because again, it's like the sun is warm, kind of give it this warm flare look. And again, make sure the exposure is boosted up a little bit, maybe some highlights, and kind of like just point it down so it looks like it's coming from the sky. I actually want to point it maybe this way. Yeah, I'm liking that. So let me put it back to fit. So you kind of see it's coming from this angle. It's subtle, but it adds this cool, unique flare to it. And what I'm going to do, let's say I was going to post this on Instagram, which is a 4:5 ratio. That's where I usually post all of my photos. So I'd probably crop it like that. And so you kind of see this like warm flare coming through, and it just adds a little more to the photo, just makes it stand out. But I am liking that photo as is. Let's see the before and after. Boom. Awesome. That is done. So I went over like how to install presets and how to use them. Remember, white balance, exposure, those are the main things that you need to worry about. So again, don't get freaked out if you add a preset to your photo and you're like, what the heck happened? Like, this looks like crap. Don't worry. Exposure, white balance usually fixes everything. So how can we create your own presets? This is probably what you're like wondering the most. So let's get into it. Let's say you like a very bright, overexposed picture. Maybe you like it really bright like that. Let's add some contrast. Maybe you like it really saturated. Like that's your style you're going for. What else could you? Maybe you like a vignette on it too. Let's see. Or grain. I like grain. So let's say you like this grainy, weird look. Yeah. I mean that's it right there. That's your preset. You're like, you know what? I want to post this on other photos. You know, I want this to be my style, my look. So the first thing that you're gonna do is super simple. Like, this is so easy. All you have to do is go over here to the preset tab, click this little plus icon, and all you gotta do is name your preset. I don't really like this preset. It's just okay for me, so I'm gonna write okay. But this is very important. This is huge. Don't forget this. Make sure you do not select your white balance or your exposure. See how I have both of these unchecked. That's really important because Like I said, your white balance and your exposure will change from the time of day you're taking pictures, or maybe your shutter speed's too high, it's a darker picture. When you paste your preset, it's just a nice base level. After you name it, all you have to do is click create, and right there it should pop up in your user presets. That simple. There's your preset. So let's say you wanted to use it on this photo right here that we just made. So got rid of that. I'm gonna go over here to my new preset called OK, click it, and boom, it's done. There's my preset. That simple. It's so easy. It's so simple to do, and it saves you a ton of time. That's how you use presets. That's how you install them in Lightroom. How to use them properly with the settings. Remember white balance and exposure. And that's how you can create your own as well. It's super awesome. It really helps kind of keep a consistent style throughout the different photos that you take, because you can add a certain preset to it. If you're interested in my presets, I'll put the link in the description. Thank you for watching. This is one of my first videos where I have this tutorial style of videos. I'm gonna be doing a lot more in the future, going over Premiere Pro and After Effects, and even some more Lightroom tutorials as well. I also travel a lot, so you'll probably see some adventure videos and vlogs on this channel. But for all you people who are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and give the video a like. Thank you for watching this video, and I guess I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.